Welcome to the Summit Collection, a series created by Cima 7, where psychology, creativity, and purpose meet. Before we begin, give yourself permission to pause. Take a deep breath in, hold it gently, and as you exhale, allow the body to release the weight it's been quietly carrying. This is your space to reflect, reset, and return to the inner strength you often forget you possess. The strength to rise, to choose differently, and to grow beyond what's held you back. Today's session is called Awaken and Rise. It's inspired by the idea that awakening your potential doesn't begin with achievement. It begins with awareness. The stirring. Do you remember the dreams you set aside? The gifts you downplayed? The spark inside you that flickered but never allowed to fully burn? Awakening doesn't happen in a single moment. It begins as a quiet stirring. A gentle reminder that you were made for more than survival, more than routine, more than simply getting by. There's a strength within you that you have barely begun to tap into. Not loud, not forced, but powerful in the way truth is powerful. A truth that is steady, undeniable, and capable of setting you free. And yet, how many times have you ignored that inner call? How often have you convinced yourself that your own potential can wait? The truth is simple. The way you respond to your potential determines not just the path you walk, but how far you will go. The call. Every time you delay your growth, the gap between who you are and who you could be widens. Potential does not pause for your convenience. It evolves through discipline, through devotion, through daily decisions. Discipline is not punishment. It's an alignment. It's the way you honor the gifts placed inside you. It's how you show gratitude for the strength you were born with. Potential fades when it's not practiced. Confidence grows only through repetition. Faith expands only when it's stretched. You're not being asked to transform your life overnight, only to show up for the greatness already within you. Use what God has entrusted to your hands. Do not despise small beginnings. Lean into them, because God builds mastery through faithful and steady steps. The confrontation. One day you will look back and face the choices you made, and the ones you avoided. The talents you let sleep. The opportunities you postponed. The courage you talked yourself out of. Not because you weren't capable, but because comfort whispered louder than the calling. Wasting your potential is quiet self-betrayal. You feel the weight of who you could become. You sense a life waiting for you. But you freeze at the doorway and tell yourself, I'm not ready. Or worse, I'm not good enough. Remember, comfort is not peace. Comfort is slow erosion. Comfort is the voice that convinces you to stay the same, while your future self waits, wondering why you never chose them. Every moment you settle, you send yourself a message. I'm not worth the effort. Yes, you are. You always were. The awakening begins the moment you finally act like it. Guided reflection. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe in and allow your awareness to rise within you. Breathe out and loosen the weight that's holding you back. Now ask yourself gently, what part of me has been asleep? What gifts have I ignored or minimized? What effort have I been avoiding? Not because I can't do it, but because it requires something of me. Notice what surfaces, not with judgment, not with shame, but with honesty. The kind that frees you rather than burdens you. Now, bring to mind one ability, one strength, one spark you know you carry. Something that's real, something that's true, something that makes you feel alive whenever you honor it. Hold that truth in your chest. Feel it expand with each breath. Imagine yourself rising, not perfectly, but steadily. Now let that image become your anchor. Let it remind you that you're not starting from nothing. You're standing on potential. Closing reflection. Awakening doesn't wait for achievement to arrive. It begins with awareness, a decision, a moment where you choose to rise even if you don't feel ready. Remember this, potential is a promise, but it becomes power only when you act on it. Every small effort is a seed. Every disciplined choice is water. Every day you show up is sunlight. You don't have to rise perfectly, you just have to rise. Awakening is an instant. It's the conscious remembering of every mountain you've already climbed, and the choice to rise higher. Take one last deep breath in, hold it gently, and as you exhale, release every excuse that has kept you from becoming all that you want to be, from rising above what's held you down. This is the Summit Collection, a space for inner transformation, self-reflection, and resilient growth, one step at a time. If something in this episode resonated with you, and you'd like to continue the climb, explore more at cima7.com/reflections.